and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Gordon. We start this half hour with the latest on the terror attack in Sydney. 2 gunmen targeted a Hanukkah celebration at Bondi Beach. 15 people died and more than 2 dozen are in the hospital. The victims include a 10-year-old girl and a Holocaust survivor who shielded his wife from the bullets. Police have identified the shooters as a father and son. More people likely would have died had it not been for the heroic actions of a man who disarmed one of the gunmen. You see that happening right there. Ahmed Al-Ahmed owns a fruit shop and was shot in the shoulder by the other gunman, but survived.
These two terrorists, they do not represent Australia. Mr. Ahmed, who tackled one of the terrorists, a 42-year-old greengrocer from Sutherland who tackled one of the terrorists and brought him to the ground, he represents Australia far more, vastly more, than anyone that is filled with hatred.
Well, the Prime Minister says the government will consider even stricter gun laws. Well, the terror attack didn't stop our local Jewish community from celebrating Hanukkah. The Chabad Jewish Center invited the public to the lighting of this 19-foot grand menorah along Vancouver's waterfront. A rabbi with the Jewish Center described the event as a public way to celebrate the start of Hanukkah, focused on extending peace and religious freedom to others.
And this is exactly the message. We will not let to terrorize our celebration, to terrorize the Jewish community. We will not give up about this. In fact, the whole concept of the holiday of Hanukkah, the lesson that we learn from the menorah is exactly about this.
Yesterday's event in Vancouver also included dropping chocolate coins from high above for the kids, music, and local vendors. Police have made an arrest in the stabbing death of Hollywood actor and director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle. Their son Nick is now in custody and being held on $4 million bail. Reiner is considered one of Hollywood's most prolific directors. Conan Nolan takes a look back at his life, both on the screen and behind the scenes.
You have to be kidding!
America first came to know him as the hippie son-in-law of the blue-collar bigot Archie Bunker, played by Carol O'Connor in the 70s TV comedy All in the Family. It ran for 9 seasons.
Boss, he's not my son, Gloria. I mean, get your hands off my daughter, you balloon!
While there were other acting roles, it was behind the camera that Rob Reiner had his cinematic impact, inventing the modern romantic comedy with Harry Met Sally, with Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. The often quoted The Princess Bride, which has been newly rediscovered by younger audiences, and the military courtroom classic A Few Good Men, where Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson faced off over a murder at the U.S. military base in Guantanamo, Cuba. He once told talk show host Howard Stern that he learned filmmaking from his father, Carl Reiner, himself an actor and screenwriter who had often worked with Steve Martin.
Now, I can tell you that it wasn't until, and this is now I'm in my mid to late 30s, it wasn't until I did Stand By Me that I started feeling myself. And I thought, okay, I'm carved. I mean, a long, long time it took me to start to carve out my own
identity.
World. Yes.
Reiner was also active in politics. He routinely helped raise money for the Democratic Party. In 1998, he single-handedly championed Proposition 10, a 50-cent per pack tax on cigarettes to finance child education and health programs. He was also a fierce critic of President Trump. This was Reiner on the Jimmy Fallon Show during the president's first term in office.
Unless the public is informed, we don't have a chance to hold this democracy together. So we're trying, we're fighting, and, hopefully we will, because we love this country and we don't want to see it devolve.
Recently releasing Spinal Tap 2, a sequel 4 decades following his first movie, a satirical send-up of the then popular rock documentary. Rob Reiner was a virtuoso whose intent was to make his audiences laugh, understand life, and to take a stand. To many, he was the best of Hollywood.
That was Conan Nolan reporting. Well, a man who'd been missing since last Monday has been found dead in Yamo County. Portland police told us today there's no sign of foul play. You might have seen the reader boards while driving last week, asking for help finding 89-year-old James Moore. He dropped his wife off to shop at Jansen Beach and he never came back. Police have not released the circumstances surrounding his death. Well, as we get a better look at the devastation across Washington, we're also learning about the massive recovery efforts underway. That's after several towns were flooded following extreme rain and ahead of another atmospheric river. Jake Holter reports on response efforts from the Red Cross.
We had one lady just this morning mentioning that when she was in the flood, it was till about here. They had to walk through water.
Homes submerged under as much as 8 feet of water in Burlington, and the National Guard rescuing 9 people so far after the atmospheric river brought devastating flooding to western Washington. Red Cross volunteer Rebecca Davenport got the call Wednesday morning to head up to the affected area and supervise the shelter. She started in Everett, then Bellingham, and now she's in Burlington, which sits between those two cities along I-5.
We have nurses here on board. We have mental health on board. Here at the shelter, it's basically a wraparound service.
Davenport says her shelter, a local church, hit capacity Wednesday and Thursday night with 150 people taking refuge. The Red Cross opened another shelter across the street to deal with the demand. Davenport was previously deployed to the Texas floods, and she says the scene is pretty similar in Washington.
The flooding is almost as bad from the area and from the damage as I have seen actually in Texas. We don't have the casualty rate here, luckily not, but the water damage and the area being flooded is a pretty large area.
And with another atmospheric river forecasted to hit early next week, Davenport is concerned.
My worries is we are already flooded and the ground is saturated and the rivers are full. What this is going to do.
Jake Holter, KGW News.
All right, Chris McGinnis is here now. And Chris, there is more rain on the way.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a shot of rain overnight, right? In fact, I was just looking at the KGW rain gauge here. We are the official reporting station for downtown Portland. We've notched a half an inch. Most of that, of course, fell in the wee hours of this morning. We're actually starting to get a little bit rain shadowed right now, as in most of that rain is being absorbed by the Coast Range, and we're not getting a whole lot of it over the Coast Range and in the valley. And I think that case will remain as we go through the afternoon. The other thing is that it is ridiculously warm out there. So here's a look at the records that are in jeopardy today. Salem 60, downtown 60, 59 at PDX. I think we've already been to 60 at the airport, and you can see some breaks in the clouds, even a little blue sky above here. This is from from the Springs of the waterfront. Our camera along Vancouver's waterfront looking down on the Interstate Bridge. Those clouds are really zipping by the way, with a gusty wind. 59 right now at the airport, the Pearson Airfield. South winds sustained at 11, gusts to 24. We've already had gusts up over 35 here in Portland today, and there's that current temperature of 59 degrees. So very mild out there, a little drippy right now at Salem's airport, the state capital there. Looks like there's some bright spots in the clouds there as well. All right, high wind warning continues at the coast for another hour or another half hour or so. Wind advisory out in the higher terrain of the Coast Range, and a wind advisory later this evening east of the Cascades as a gusty west breeze develops for you folks. As I mentioned, we're getting kind of rain shadowed now here in the I-5 corridor, so most of our rain is likely done. We may see 1 or 2 showers for the remainder of the day, but otherwise it's just going to be a breezy and mild afternoon here in Portland with us slowly easing back from that high near 60 today. Yes, there is more rain in the forecast tomorrow. There's also lowering snow levels in the forecast and a real soaker at the end of the week as well. I'll show you all that with my 7-day in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, the city of Portland is ramping up efforts to smooth out gravel streets around town starting today. Crews will work to improve 50 miles worth of gravel streets beginning in southeast Portland. Thomas Schultz has more.
PBOT says throughout this project they'll be filling in potholes and smoothing out roads. They'll also add gravel if some streets need it. This is something they've been doing since 2018, serving more than 5,000 Portland residences. This year, the work will start in southeast Portland and neighborhoods like Richmond, Hosford, Abernathy, and Buckman. After that, crews will move north of Division Street and into north and northeast Portland later this month. So if you live in these neighborhoods, look for no parking signs, which PBOT says they'll put out a few days beforehand. Traffic could also be limited during the work. Most of the construction is going to happen during the week from 7 to 4 p.m. It could stretch into the weekend, though, if need be. And PBOT says most of these projects will take a day to complete, so just be on the lookout for PBOT working over the next few months. In downtown Portland, Thomas Schultz, KGW News.
A Christmas tradition on the ice. Find out how many teddy bears got thrown onto the ice donated at the Winterhawks annual teddy bear toss. Plus,
they're masterpieces, and there is no real masterpiece. Each one is a single masterpiece.
We're taking you on a journey to Italy ahead of the Winter Olympics, and coming up, a behind-the-scenes tour of the iconic Ferrari factory and museum.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
The Olympic host country of Italy is known for food, fashion, and of course, fast cars. Scott Swan, who's getting all the best assignments right now, shows us one of the most iconic car brands in the world.
Ferrari is red. Ferrari is passion. Ferrari is Italy.
When you arrive in Maranello, Italy, the prancing horse is there to greet you. And when you step inside the Ferrari Museum, you're up close with automotive history.
They are masterpieces, and there is no real masterpiece. Each one is a single masterpiece.
Many of these masterpieces are worth millions. Cars that became legendary in F1, sports prototypes, GTs, and road cars, all of them created inside the Ferrari factory.
365 GT4 engine, block.
We got a sense of the speed while riding in a Ferrari through the hills of Maranello.
Policy acceleration.
Driving a Ferrari is driving a dream, and it's the passion that is behind the cars.
How important is Ferrari to this city?
It's a part of our identity.
The mayor even has a Ferrari in City Hall.
This car is called Maranello.
When Enzo Ferrari chose Maranello for his factory in 1943, he needed workers. So he taught the farmers in this city how to make his car.
They prepared a book and they went to school, they attended the courses. From that moment, the destiny of Maranello changed completely.
Tens of thousands of people race to Maranello for the Ferrari experience.
The nice thing of this museum is there's no barrier absolutely between the car and the visitor.
The dream of an Italian car maker who built legendary cars. Many piloted by championship drivers.
I almost lost consciousness.
Speed and beauty. The prancing horse is still galloping.
As Enzo Ferrari used to say, which is always the nicest car? It's always the next. Being Italian is being Ferrari.
Sweet gig to get a ride in that car. All right, this is a live look right now from the Springs at the waterfront up in Vancouver. You look at the clouds right now. They are zipping by from south to north. We've got a gusty south breeze out there. We are getting a reprieve in the steady rain at noon, and I think that will continue as we head into the afternoon. But there's more in the forecast. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
All right, Chris McGinnis is here, and we're getting a little break in the rain here in the valley.
Yeah, a little bit rain shadowed. So, and what happens is the flow goes right across the coast range, and what happens is the coast range winds up absorbing a lot of the rain that might fall here. So we're getting a break for right now. We picked up about a half an inch since midnight here in downtown, and that does headline the forecast for the remainder of today. There we go. Wait for it.
There it is.
Some sun breaks. We're now into the sun break part of this forecast. Over downtown and up towards Vancouver as well. We do have more rain back in the picture on Tuesday, and I want to emphasize here, while there might be some in the morning, most of tomorrow may wind up being dry. But we get a good slug of rain that comes in tomorrow night. Once again, a lot of that may fall while most of you are asleep. It's going to get a little breezy as well. There is more rain in the forecast for Thursday and Friday as well. So as we've been mentioning, this is going to be another really wet week with the addition of that down at the bottom, lowering Cascade snow levels, and I'll show you that in a second. 59 degrees right now at the airport. By the way, I think I saw an ob of 60. 59 is the record high for today's date at PDX. So good chance, obviously we've already tied it, if not surpassed it. 58 in Salem, the Salem record high is 60. All right, let's take it to the coast. It's been windy at the coast. I'm not sure that camera quite does it justice. We had a gust of 68 miles an hour up at the Astoria-Megler Bridge earlier this morning. Right now, a gust of 32 being reported in Lincoln City with a temperature of 58. The beach forecast obviously on and off quite breezy, although that wind should subside as we go deeper into our afternoon. The shower threat should also subside. Heading out into the gorge, the East Gorge, this is from Oregon's Veterans Home in the Dalles. We've got broken cloud cover and some raindrops over there as well. It's breezy through the gorge, and it will get breezier later today. The west wind's really going to start whipping as you get out towards Hood River and the Dalles and farther east into the Columbia Basin. Up and down the I-5 corridor, the rain has also tapered to showers. That's basically already happened. And we've got near record warmth in the forecast. Again, Salem's record high today is 60, so we're in the ballpark. Vancouver's record high today, I think, is 60. So that's our forecast with those south winds gradually easing later in the day. They're pretty gusty right now, but they should dial back several miles an hour as we go into the afternoon. We'll maintain the shower chance into early evening. As I was mentioning with Tim here just a minute ago, the rain shadowing effect here, you can basically see Clark County and points south along the I-5 corridor. There's not much going on here as the prevailing flow takes these showers up into the coast range. They kind of rain themselves out. The air comes back down the backside, and whenever you get sinking air down the backside of a mountain, you usually really eat up the precipitation. So that's what's happening out there right now, and then it reinvigorates up in the Cascades. All right, Futurecast shows the diminishing trend of the showers today. Again, maybe a shot of some light rain tomorrow, but a lot of tomorrow is going to be dry until the evening, and then that next slug comes in. This is going to be a quick shot of some heavy rain overnight Tuesday, early Wednesday, and check that out. White on the map in the Cascades. There's actually a winter storm watch for the Washington Cascades tomorrow night into Wednesday, and we could see past level snow here in the Oregon Cascades as well, as early as late Wednesday night or Thursday morning. You'll note the temperatures are back down to something more reasonable for this time of the year. High of 49 here in Portland. Today's 59 or 60, obviously in record territory. All right, the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, that's another pretty good rainmaker. At this point, odds favor maybe about an inch or so, maybe an inch and a half in the Willamette Valley. And then we taper that off heading into the weekend. And we welcome winter. No snow in the valley, but snow up in the mountains, and temperatures cooler with showers Saturday, Sunday. The winter solstice is early Sunday morning.
Looking forward to that, Chris. Thanks. Well, teddy bears were just flying at Memorial Coliseum last night. Find out how many stuffed animals were donated during the Winterhawks annual teddy bear toss. We'll come back.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
That first period took over an hour. Shot scores! It's Duguay, and here come the Teddies!
Oh yeah, here they come. One of Portland's favorite traditions, the annual Winterhawks Teddy Bear Toss happened over the weekend. Thousands of teddy bears were thrown out onto the ice after the Winterhawks scored their first goal of the game. The final tally, 14,558 teddy bears, a lot of teddy bears. The toys are then donated to local charities and hospitals for the holidays. On top of that, the Winterhawks took home the win, big time, 4-0. Well, we are into the final 2 days of this year's KGW Great Toy Drive, and tomorrow will be the parade of toys that will show live on the news at noon tomorrow. So it's not too late to give, though. You can make a cash donation online. Just go to kgw.com/toy and click Donate Cash. And a big thanks to our community partners and our Toy Drive sponsors, IQ Credit Union, Ziply Fiber, Fred Meyer, and local Toyota dealerships. Thanks so much, and we'll be right back.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.